So, your standard Rubik's Cube is a 3x3 puzzle. It's made up of 26 tiny cubes and has 6 faces, each with 9 small square faces of the same color. Wow, I have a hard enough time with just one face. So, what's on the inside of this mysterious construction, and how does it even work? Well, stay tuned. Take a Rubik's Cube and move the top face so it's not lined up. Once it's done, you can carefully pull one of the edge pieces up with your fingers. You can even go further and make several other pieces fall off. As you can see, the core holds 6 center pieces, one for each side. Even though they do rotate, none of them can change their position since they're fixed in place. Which means that in the original cube with standard colors, the red centerpiece will always be opposite from the orange one, yellow across from white, and the blue piece will be opposite from green. The edge pieces have 2 colors each. In the cube, there are 12 such pieces, forming a cross on each side. And then there are 8 corner pieces. Each of them has 3 colors. The edges and corners aren't fixed to anything. That's why they can move around the center parts. Pick up one of the pieces you've pulled off and turn it around. You can see some extra material on its inner part. The cube keeps its shape because the edges and corners hold one another in place. Each piece has an internal tab that clings to the center cubes and the surrounding parts. The tabs are shaped in such a way that they fit along a curved track formed by the backs of other pieces. That's how the cube moves if you look at the process from the inside. And now, time for the most exciting part, solving the Rubik's Cube. Okay, thanks Cubie, you can get dressed. Looks like the exam's over. Now, first of all, you'll need to learn the Rubik's Cube lingo. It's both simple and logical. Boy, if only the rest of my life were that way. All moves are written down in letters that stand for one 90-degree cube rotation. U, up, D, down, L, left, R, right, F, front, B, back. There's an optional H, hurl, and S, smash, just in case you get frustrated. Hey, I'm only kidding. If you see an apostrophe next to the letter, it means the layer should move counterclockwise by 90 degrees. No apostrophe, the layer goes 90 degrees clockwise. A number next to the letter means the number of turns you should make. And here's the main algorithm. For your right hand, it'll be R, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe. Once again, R, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe. It's the exact opposite for your left hand. L apostrophe, U apostrophe, L, U. Repeating, that's L apostrophe, U apostrophe, L, U. Now, if you want to nail it on the first attempt, it's a great idea to practice. Sooner or later, you'll be able to do all the moves nearly automatically. It'll help you later on. Oh, and by the way, if you repeat these moves 6 times, the cube will look exactly like it did at the very beginning. To solve the puzzle, you'll have to go through 7 stages: white cross, white corners, the middle layer, the yellow cross, the yellow edges, the yellow corners, the final stage. Here we go. White cross. The task here is to put together a white cross and then align its edges with the right colored center on each side. To begin with, you have to put together a sequence that resembles a daisy. It's quite easy and doesn't need any special algorithms. Then rotate the top layer with the daisy. Your goal is to make the front tile of the top edge piece match the color of the centerpiece. And rotate this layer 180 degrees. Do the same thing with the remaining whites. And this is how you get a white cross at the bottom. White corners. At this stage, you'll have to put the lower corners of the cube in the right places, and the cube's white side will be solved. Ready? You have to use that RU, R apostrophe, U apostrophe algorithm for your right hand. Rotate only the top layer of the cube to find a corner that has the same color as the centers of the other sides. Then use the algorithm until the corner is in the right place. Do the same with the other corners. At this stage, you'll have to concentrate on the rest of the middle layer. Your task is to make the edge pieces the same color as the center. In the first case, the layer you'll be working on is to the left on the top of the target position. You must match it with the right color. Here's how you can do it. Turn the upper part to the left. Use the algorithm for the right hand. Rotate the cube left. Use the algorithm for the left hand. In the second case, the layer you'll be working on is to the right of the top of the target position. Turn the upper part to the right. Use the algorithm for the left hand. Rotate the cube right. Use the algorithm for the right hand. Repeat that with all the sides, and you're done. Now, the yellow cross. For the yellow cross, you are only going to need one algorithm. So, front face clockwise, right face clockwise, upper face clockwise, right face counterclockwise, upper face counterclockwise, and front face counterclockwise. Got that? If it doesn't work out the first time, keep trying until you succeed. The yellow edges. Now the cube has a yellow cross on top of it. You have to maneuver the yellow edges into their final positions. They should match the colors of the centerpieces on the cube sides. You can switch the front and left yellow edge pieces with the help of the following algorithm. R, U, R apostrophe, U, R, U2, R apostrophe. You might need to use this algorithm more than once. But if 4 colors are matching, congrats! You can skip this stage. The yellow corners. At this stage, the task is to put the corners in place with the appropriate colors of neighboring centers. You only need to move them into place. You're not solving them just yet. Find the corner that's already in place. In this case, it's even rotated correctly, but that's not important. U, R, U apostrophe, L apostrophe, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe, L. Keep going as many times as you have to until you've got the needed result. Ooh, the final stage. You're at the finish line. All that's left to do is solve the corners. You need the cube's yellow side to be facing you. Now you have to work with the upper right corner. Let's solve it corner by corner. Don't rotate the cube and do everything step by step. A lot of people make mistakes at this stage and have to start all over, so be extra attentive. Do this algorithm, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe, R 2 or 4 times until you've got the result you need. Once you're done with one, move to the next unsolved yellow piece. Rotate the top layer so that this piece is again in the upper right corner and repeat the same algorithm, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe, R. Between the algorithms, never turn the entire cube or the 2 bottom layers. And finally, rotate the front layer so that all the cube's colors match and you're done. Now, wasn't that simple? Hey, don't throw that cube at me.